the most beautiful word in the dictionary. It's not love. It's not respect.
And let's go to Garrett Haake, who is in Detroit with the Trump campaign. Garrett, former President Trump was on stage. Is he still on stage? Is everything okay there? It sounded like they were having some technical issues.
I can answer some of those questions, Gotti. Yes, he is still on stage, but no, things are not okay. For the second time in the same week, I'm seeing something I've not seen happen at a political rally before. In this case, Donald Trump's mic dropped out a few minutes ago, right as he was in the middle of his speech. Not unheard of at a political event. And nobody seems to know what to do. There's no music playing like we saw Monday night when Trump decided to have kind of an impromptu jam session at a rally outside Philly. And if there's urgency among the technical staff, I can't see it from where I'm standing. Instead, Trump is kind of taking advantage of encouraging the crowd and some cheers. There's been some cheers of USA, USA. But as I said, we're going on 5 to 10 minutes now of rally interrupted here in one of the biggest cities, one of the biggest media markets that this race is contested in.
So a lot of crowd work there, a lot of chanting, but one mic, not a backup mic. That's pretty odd. You could give him that one. You've got a good one that's working right in front of you there.
We have invited him. We told his staff there's a lot of working mics up here on the press platform. If he'd rather just come to a video, do a live interview on Stay Tuned Now, Gotti, we'll make that happen. For you, I think, on a Friday night?
Yeah.
We'll make that happen.
I'm pretty sure that's what people are saying out there. Stay tuned now. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's right.
Yeah, you're much closer than I am. A lot of talk today, though, has been about last night's Catholic charity dinner in New York. I mean, memes galore. What kind of impact have the Trump headlines?
Well, look, Trump is certainly trying to play this up, but this is an annual event. It's always bipartisan. It's always a bit of a roast, and it's a chance where we get to see a side of the candidates that we don't always see on the campaign trail. Who can make a joke and who can take a punch? Trump went, Harris didn't, and he is trying to make as much of a campaign issue as he can of that, as we heard from him today. Listen to this, Gotti.
She didn't show up at the big Catholic event. This hasn't happened in decades. She didn't show up. A very short tape, and it was not an appropriate tape either, but she probably hasn't figured that out yet. And we should have gotten about 100% of the Catholic vote last night because I showed up.
Gotti, I don't know if we've heard the last of this from Trump. I've been working in politics a long time. I've never heard a voter tell me that they have cast their vote based on what happened at the Al Smith dinner. But it does sometimes create moments that people remember. I still remember a joke Mitt Romney told in 2012 when he came up in, a white tie and tails and made a joke about this is what he and Ann wear around the house. It was a humanizing moment for a guy who was being characterized as a out-of-touch rich guy. So you can get a moment out of it, but I don't think it's the kind of thing that's going to swing this election one way or another.
Yeah. Those tuxedos are real comfortable for going to bed. Does it look like the mic is about to work here? I can't get over what's happening behind you here because it is going on for so long. It's a pretty remarkable
mic update?
moment.
No, we... Gotti, can we see, Eric, the shot? Okay, I think we might have it. For just a brief moment, we had a sign up on screen saying technical difficulties, complicated business. All of us who work in TV understand sometimes this stuff is powered by magic. If you can't fix it, you can't fix it. And right now, the Trump campaign can't fix it.
Yeah, powered by magic. But again, he was talking a little bit earlier. He was bragging a little bit earlier about going to a crowd of 10,000 people. I assume that this is that crowd, right? I mean, this is a pretty packed place.
Well, yes. This is the crowd he was referring to, sort of, Gotti. I mean, any Trump crowd is always hyperbolically inflated a little bit. It's not 10,000 in this room, although it is a few thousand. It's certainly his biggest event of the day. And remember the context here. I mean, we've had he and Kamala Harris in the state. Sometimes just a few miles apart from each other the night before early voting starts. There is a huge effort to kind of generate momentum going into that first day of early voting. This is not the moment Donald Trump was hoping to have tonight.
Yeah, and Harris has been going after his age and his fitness real fast. There are reports he's been canceling events and interviews because of exhaustion. Then you've got this. What's the deal there?
Yeah, look, half of that is at least true. Trump has been canceling interviews. He's been rescheduling events. He's been pulling out of commitments to things like 60 Minutes or like an interview he had planned to do on NBC or on CNBC, both this week. Some of these are being at least theoretically rescheduled, although there's not a lot of time left here. And for the Harris campaign, that's an opening. That's an opportunity to argue that he's not fit for the job if he can't do the job interview, Gotti. And I think we'll continue to hear more of that from Harris as Trump plays a little bit of essentially trying to run out the clock here on a race where he believes and his campaign believes he's ahead.
As long as the mics work. Garrett Haake out there for us tonight.
There is
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes.
Hello. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you. So now what happens is I won't pay the bill for this stupid company that rented us this crap. I won't pay the bill, and then we'll have a story that Trump didn't pay the bill to a contractor. No, when they do that kind of a job, don't pay the bill. That's terrible. They also had a little problem with that.